Educational GMAT. Your partner in your GMAT journey.
Not easy. A certain class is divided into two sections, A and B. This will be considered a hard question on GMAT, official question again. Uh, Two sections A and B of equal number of students. If the ratio of girls is to boys for the whole class is 3:5, and the ratio of girls is to boys in section A. So again, since we are given the ratio of boys is to girls in section A is 5:7, so in section A, what would we start with? Let's assume that number of girls, let's actually take this. Let's take this. Uh, Girls and boys, section A, section B. So again, since it's given to us that girls is to boys in section A is 5:7. So what would we start with? Let's assume that number of girls is 5A, and so number of boys would be 7A, correct? We have to find out the ratio of girls is to boys in section B. So let's assume the number of girls in section B is G, number of boys in section B is B. What do we have to find out? Ratio of girls is to boys, right? So we have to, in section B, so we have to find out G is to B. That's the question. That's the question. Correct? So how do we do this, guys? How do we do this? Now notice, firstly, it is given that A and B have equal number of students, right? A and B have equal number of students. So from this, what equation can we construct? Sorry? 5A, because total
Plus
number of
7a is equal to G plus B.
Very nice. So total number of students in section A would be 5A plus 7A. Total number of students in section B would be G plus B. But then 5A plus 7A is equal to G plus B, correct? Which obviously means that G plus B is equal to 12A. This is the first equation. This is one equation. Okay, what would be the second equation? What will be the second equation? Based upon the information that we have, that the ratio of girls is to boys for the whole class. Mind you, this is a class that is divided into two sections, right? It's like 10th A, 10th B, that kind of a thing. So the ratio of girls is to boys for the whole class is 3:5. Can you tell me the number of girls for the entire class? Number of girls for the entire class. How many number of girls are there in the entire class?
5a plus G.
Very nice. 5A plus G. That's the total number of girls for the entire class. Similarly, how many total boys are there in the entire class? 7A plus B, right? But it's given to us that 5A plus G is to 7A plus B. What is the ratio? 3:5. Agreed? So let's do cross multiplication. So 25A plus 5G is equal to 21A plus 3B, right? So from this, what do we get, friends? 5G, no, let's take it on the other side. So we get, yeah, so 4A is equal to how much? 3B minus 5G, correct? So minus 5G plus 3B is equal to 4A. Agreed? So these are the two equations, and we have to find out G is to B. So which means what should not be there? Obviously, there is no space for A, correct? So how do we remove A, by the way? Multiply the second equation by 3. See, why am I multiplying it? Because this is already 12A. So if we multiply the second equation by 3, this will also be 12A. So then I can subtract to remove A. Agreed? So now this is just sorry, into 3. So if I multiply it by 3, what do I get? Minus 15G plus 9B is equal to 12A, right? And now I subtract basically this equation from this equation, correct? So if I subtract it, what do I get? So I'm just removing this now. If I subtract this, what do I get, guys? So if I subtract this becomes plus, this becomes minus, and this becomes minus. So these two get cancelled. So what am I left with? 16G minus 8B is equal to 0, correct? So G is to B, basically 16G is equal to 8B. So G is to B is equal to 1 is to 2. That's the answer, which is what we had to find out, right? The ratio of G is to B, and the answer is 1 is to 2. Any doubt, guys? So this is exactly what I have done, right? Since they have equal number of students, so both sections have equal number of students. So that's how I formed the first equation. And then ratio of girls is to boys for the whole class is 3 is to 5. That's how we've constructed this equation. So these are the two equations. We have two equations. However, since we have to find out G is to B, so we need to eliminate A. And for that, I multiply the second equation by 3 and then subtract. And this is exactly what we are getting. So G is to B is equal to 1 is to 2. That's the final answer. All right. So with that, so that is the final answer.